incredibly negative. And frankly, over the past few months, I've spent every moment that I've had in Iowa working very, very hard to connect with the Iowa voters with a positive message of what we need to be doing for this country. And we've done our dead level best to focus on what I would do as president and not focus on problems of the other candidates. I've done my best to abide by Ronald Reagan's 11th commandment, which is, thou shalt not speak ill of another republic. Frankly, my 10.5-year record as a governor can't be summed up in a 30-second commercial. I can't sum it up with all of the things that have accomplished. My opponents can't sum it up with all of the things in which they believe show failure. 10.5 years is not able to be condensed into a 30-second ad or into a one-page mail piece. I will have to trust the people who have evaluated it, whether it was the people at Time Magazine who said that it was worth being labeled one of the 5 best governors in the country, Liberty Magazine, who said that it was Public Official of the Year, the AARP recognized me as recipient of one of the Life Impact Awards, or even my peers as governors who selected me among themselves to be the chairman of the National Governors Association, or perhaps most importantly of all, the voters of my state, who not once, but 4 times elected me to a statewide office in a state where there hadn't been a whole lot of Republicans elected anything. That's really the best evaluation of my record. Over this past few days, I think most of you are aware that we began to be very concerned about just how negative the tone had turned. For me, a tipping point was the attacks on a person I consider not only to be an American hero and a truly honorable man, but also a friend, John McCain. We're both running for president. We both offer ourselves for this position. But we offer ourselves for what we would stand for and what we would do, not for what we think is wrong with the other candidates. And I think that's been true of other candidates as well. The attacks that have been placed on Senator McCain in New Hampshire and on me here in Iowa made many of us believe that the only thing that we could do, and in fact the thing that we had to do, was to respond with a counterpunch. Conventional political wisdom is that when you are hit and it's beginning to do damage, the smart play is to hit back. And frankly, every bit of advice I was getting said that's exactly what we were supposed to do. So we prepared a television spot. A television spot that did exactly what conventional political wisdom is all about. We prepared it, sent it to the stations. It's supposed to start running at noon today. This morning, I ordered our staff to pull the ad. I told them that I do not want it to be run. If it is run at all, it will only be until the stations get it off of their schedule. And we are now committed, from now through the rest of the caucuses, that we will run only the ads that talk about why I should be president and not why Mitt Romney should not. I know that some of you are saying that, well, you should really have an ad. I want to show you the ad. You'll get a chance to find out. And I think what you see, you'll realize that this is why we're not going to run it. And it's why you're not going to get a copy of it, so this will be your chance to see it. And after that, everybody down front. So.
Now we go.
I have some sound on that.
Down.
We need sound.
We're getting it here.
Maybe we should go down and turn down the sound in the room. Here's the sound in the room. Do what? Yes. Is there a... Yeah, stop and run by.
Governor, you think this is proof that
I'll get a question
it's
in a
right?
I don't want to have it. Do what?
No, we're not gonna.
Okay, it's not even coming in the wall box now?
No, sir.
Show it.
There it is. No. Anybody get anything back here? Nope.
About Mitt Romney's dishonest attacks on him, and even an American hero, John McCain. Romney's record, over 7
I'm not getting it. We're not doing it. It's fine.
executions, supported gun control, and Romney's government-mandated health plan provided a $50 copay for abortion. If a man's dishonest to obtain a job, he'll be dishonest on the job. Iowans deserve better.
Well, that was the ad that we were going to play. We were going to give you a copy of it. We have a rather thick dossier, a documentation behind it. And that was, in fact, the press conference that we had scheduled, and the one that even our staff thought we were going to have here until about 10 minutes ago. And about an hour ago, I just decided that's not the way we want to run it. And I know that there's going to be criticism, but I also believe this. We often talk about changing the tone of politics and the direction of the way we elect our officials. And sometimes we talk about it and we end up doing the same things. And at some point we have to decide, can we change the kind of politics and the level of discourse? And so I'd like to believe that we can, but it's got to start somewhere. And so it might as well start here, and might as well start with me. I believe that if I were to continue this strategy, which is really not what I personally, deep in my heart, feel like is the right thing to do. It's not what I really want to do. If you gain the whole world and lose your own soul, what does it profit you? And ultimately, that became, just for me, the issue that it's not worth it. I believe the people of Iowa truly do have a better sense of what they want to vote for and why they want to vote for something. And we're going to find out Thursday night if that's something they agree with. There's a Washington way to do politics. Cookie cutter approach says you get hit, you get back, you try to counterpunch as harshly as you can hit, if not a little harsher. Then you get hit back and play the ball. I think that the Washington way often has been effective, but there may be a better way. And I hope that we can prove that's exactly the case. And hopefully this is an ad that you will not see in Iowa, except in this one room. It's being pulled off both radio and television, and that order was given earlier this morning, and we will abide by it. It will not run. And I believe the people of Iowa deserve better. We're going to try to give them better, and hopefully it will be a decision that will prove to be
Governor?
right.
Governor, there are a lot of people who are going to say it's hypocritical to say that you're not going to run an ad and then show it in a room where there are 60 cameras so that everyone can show it on television and run the transcript in newspapers. How do you know?
Well, by the same token, if I came and said we were going to run an ad, but we're not going to run an ad, you'd say, where's the ad? So I want to show you we were fully prepared. Frankly, you can call the television stations and find out that this was in their traffic. You can also find out that we pulled it. So, you know, if people want to be cynical about it, they can be cynical about it.
Sir,
Governor, why not just not run the ad?
I still have 5 easels here full of oppo on your opponent and a sign behind it that says enough's enough. What's the difference there, sir?
The difference is that the decision was made this morning. All of this was done. People who put this together did not even know. Charmaine, who was setting up the press conference, literally found out when I came